Hello and welcome everybody to a very special episode of Pistolkip Plays Doom. This is One Humanity, the newest and latest map by the master himself, Mr. John Romero. And this is a level for Doom 2, the first Doom 2 map Romero has made since 1994. It's a special map for the Ukrainian people, as you can buy this for €5, dollars, or your country's equivalent in currency, and all the proceedings will go to the Ukrainian Red Cross or the UN Central Emergency Response Fund. So let's check it out in ultra-violence and safest. Alrighty, welcome to D-Running. One Humanity by John Romero. And it's a bit of a hot start as we are immediately surrounded by a bunch of chain gunners. Some are on platforms and some in this pit below, but luckily this pit below is quite friendly as this water doesn't hurt us. But the monsters surrounding it certainly do. Bunch of hit scanners, but there's also some stimpaks down here. Now before we move on, I gotta cheat. ID MUS07. That's much better. Because D-Running, man, I've heard it too many times. Playtesting maps without replacing music. It's a bit sad that there's no new music for this map. Maybe he didn't have time to find a song, or I guess he could have reused some of Sigil's music if that was allowed. Maybe under the licensing agreement with the MIDI artists he isn't. But yeah, we'll just have to contend with some of Doom 2's stock music. As long as it's not D-Running. Right. Yeah, we telefragged the Hell Knights. Speaking of Sigil, this map has some elements from Sigil, including the shootable eyes. There we go. And we have a low raising platform. This map is centered around this large pits. In that way, it's a bit like The Living End, but it's also very different. It reminds me in a way of some of Britonia's maps, like what's it called? Caged. With all this metal everywhere. Right, let's pick up the stimpak and let's find the secrets. Backpack and a medkit. We need a red key to proceed. That's not far off. Shoot another eye and find a red key. And we get a super shoddy. There's the Cacodemon. And here's a first nasty trap. Yep. No armor either, so we took the full damage. And it's not just the art file, it's also the hit scanners through this window that you have to deal with. So let's go back for that medkit that was in the secrets. Okay. And speaking of secrets, here's another one. Which you could tell by the window on the top left over there. Another medkit, which I really needed. And a secret BFG. Took a bit of damage there from the radiation, but that's okay. And speaking of secrets, this is not a secret. This is actually the way that you're supposed to proceed. And this is quite nasty as you're immediately surrounded by a bunch of shotgunners. But if you hit the switch, you can instead deal with a chain gunner. You go down here and shoot them from this alcove. Which is much easier to deal with than going to the central platform. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go back up. These actually go down. There's even a pinky there for good measure. And some lost souls. Okay, 61 enemies down. Almost 50 to go. And here's another eye to shoot. And I missed. Look at these cracks. These cracks are also quite sigil-like, huh? So I guess you can definitely recognize this as a Romero map with all the verticality and the shootable eyes and the cracks and the like. And the nasty traps, of course. Down here in this pit are two shotgunners that are very willing to shoot at your feet, and there's not much you can do about it. Except I guess run past them. There's some armor finally. So some nice looking lights. Hiya. And that bellow is unmistakably a cyber demon, but it's actually two cyber demons. And they both spawn on either side of the pit over there. Excuse me. Here's another secret. Medkits and some cells. Well, some shotguns, of course. Here's a berserk that I guess I don't need. Yet. Okay, I'll pick it up now. Some interesting detailing here as well with the marble demon face here on the floor. It's all broken in pieces. Same for this weird door from the other side, the cracks here. But yeah, these cyber demons, they're very, very nasty. As you can tell, that they immediately start shooting when I traverse these narrow pathways, and they try to shoot you, hit the ledge, and then the splash damage hits you regardless. That's what I mean, and that's something that can kill you quite easily, so gotta hug the walls in this area. Bunch of enemies come in from that direction over there. Yeah, I hear you. Oh. I guess we have a PFG for a reason. Dapper shooter. Or cell ammo. And another eye to shoot. nice looking pentagram over here with an invulnerability sitting in the middle. Yeah, if you pick it up, stuff is gonna happen. Let's first grab the last and final secret. 7 enemies left, 2 cyber demons and 5 barons. And the barons teleport in the moment you grab this invulnerability. Before I deal with them, I want to deal with the cyber demons. Oh, no. One on this side too. Okay, that's both cyber demons dealt with. Now let's mop up the rest of the barons. And we are done. Alright, that was One Humanity, the newest map by John Romero. If you want to try this map for yourself, please find the link in the description below. It's €5 or $5 or whatever the currency in your country is. And as I said, all the proceedings will go to the Red Cross or the UN Central Emergency Response Fund to aid the people in the Ukraine. And I'll see you next time. Stay safe and stay cocky.